Hello everybody, Average Gamer here, and welcome to another patch review. That's right, a patch review. Another one. It's like a monthly thing for patch 1.4.101 for the 24th of January 2017. So what's going on with this patch? Well, we've got a whole bunch of stuff here. We've got the Bushwacker, obviously. We've got new cockpit items and titles and badges, as per normal. New decals, gameplay changes, big quirk passes. Mech fixes and changes. Other fixes and changes, and obviously, we're going to get into it. So the first thing in my eyes is this thing right here. The Bushwacker. It's a 55-ton medium mech. In my eyes, it's a very good multi-role mech with multiple hard points per mech. It has at least a minimum of one hard point utilized for each of the three weapon systems: missile, ballistic, and energy. And I wouldn't say excel in a specific one, but excels in the fact that it can excel in any job it's put into. You can put any weapon system you want on it pretty much and have at her. A couple things you need to know. Number one, it will be available for MC on 4th of April, and it'll be available for C-Bills, obviously for free, on May 2nd. Overall, it's got one mech module, 2 weapon slots, and then 2 consumable slots. It's only got one extra mech weapon slot, but that's after you master it. Mind you, mech module slots and weapon module slots are going the way of the dodo in the next couple months. Just so you know, the X1 has the special variant that comes with the extra 30% C-Bill boost. I think it's the P1 and P2 are the reinforcement add-ons, just so you know as well. And obviously the High Roller, or the HR, is the hero variant. Here's some of the new cockpit items that we're getting. We're getting a med kit, some duct tape, combat radio, some brass knuckles, also some more duct tape, the House Davia Memento standing item. And then obviously for people from the World Championship, gold, silver, and bronze little thing there. We're getting 2 more titles / badges. The titles are the guide and the machete, and obviously there are the badges. We're getting the ace and the dice decals added into the game, and of course we're now going to get into obviously the big stuff, the gameplay changes, the big changes. First one, AMS. They fixed where under certain angles AMS will not react. You used to be able to get in underneath certain guys and be able to fire your LRMs and streaks up into the target, and it would actually hit a few people. Won't say who it is because the patch doesn't come out till Tuesday. Conquest. They listed there were some auto win issues that wouldn't kick off, so now it will. River City Escort. They fixed an issue with the VIP getting stuck in G7, G8. Faction play. They fixed an issue where the first XP bonus would disappear at a win or a loss in your first match. Mask, they fixed an issue where Mask would show that it would drop at 100% maxed already in your match, and you wouldn't be able to do anything about it. Ghosts. So they fixed an issue where Ghost strikes could fail to register if the firing mech overheated. So if you're overheating as you're firing your Ghosts, the shot that hit the person wasn't actually registering, so you know. They fixed some issues with the targeting computer where people were getting the bonuses associated with them after it had been destroyed. Now that's no longer happening. And turrets. They fixed an issue where turrets would fire on UAVs. They're only going to fire on mechs from here on out. Cooling penalties. Alright, so from now on, if a clan mech gets torsoed, so you lose your left or right torsos, you will now get a penalty. So initially it's 20% to your cooling efficiencies. Now it's going to be 40%, basically doubling it. To be honest with you, it will have an impact for a lot of people like myself who play certain mechs that are prone to getting torsoed sooner or later, depending on the situation, and that can impact your build significantly. Obviously, quirk changes. So here are the overall quirk changes. You'll see everything is pretty much staying the same except for structure quirks. Structure quirks are being changed on a lot of these guys, so we're going to go into those. We're just going to say which mechs they are. So the dragon is getting armor quirks, but just so you know, it's also getting some mobility changes as well. Give me a moment here to find one of the ones that got the mobility changes. Everything in green's new, so hold on one second. Structure bonus, structure bonus. Acceleration, deacceleration rates have been increased. There's the armor. Yeah. So it's mostly acceleration, deacceleration increases, which are pretty good. Obviously, all the structure quirks are now moving over to armor quirks for the dragon, the cataphat, the warhammer. Now, here's the thing. For you guys who like your warhammers, they're being nerfed a little bit. They're no longer going to be as tanky. Orion's, same thing. Structure quirks into armor quirks. The Zeus is getting both the changes, and they're also getting some offensive and defensive quirks being swapped up as well. Let's go take a look at those, shall we? Warhammer, as you can see, a lot of nerfs. A lot of nerfs. Orions are getting a nice little boost. Here we go. The Zeus. So we're getting acceleration, deacceleration quirks. The Zeus 6S, or the resistance variant, is getting missile cooldown. It's getting acceleration, turn rates, yell rate increases, energy heat gen for the 6T, energy heat gen and missile cooldown for the 9S, which is really good. The 9S2 is getting a 10% to its energy range. Next up is the Highlander. It's getting everything obviously switched over as well to armor quirks. And the Atlas. Now, the Atlas, not all of them needed to be tweaked. The DDC didn't get touched, but the D, the K, and the RS all got things swapped over for, well, for the armor quirks. Overall, the clan changes are, well, as you can see, just from opening this, it's kind of crazy. So basically, I'm just going to sum it up. They got some changes for rate of fire, for example, for the omnipods, or for the Kit Fox, for the machine gun rate of fire. It's being tweaked. The Viper, same thing with machine guns. The Mad Cat, it went over they're doing a full change of it. Basically, the patch is going to remove a bunch of various durabilities. Basically, they're going to reduce its durability in game because it's just too good. As well as the machine gun quirks as well are going to be modified a little bit. The Hunchback 2C, basically, it's way better than it should be. If you're a Hunchback 2C pilot, you know it. I know it. I'm a pilot for them. I like them, but I know for a fact it's got almost no drawbacks. Throw a nice engine in there, get those high-mounted weapon points, you're laughing. Now they're going to reduce some of that mobility. Basically, the torso twist is going to be a little harder on it. No big deal. Huntsman. So, the Huntsman's... basically, in my eyes, it was pretty good. They're just kind of polishing up a little bit. Remember, most of these are basically just kind of, in my eyes, like structure hold, or not hold. They're kind of a hold pass. In about a month or so, most of this is going away. So if you don't like it, don't worry about it, because in a month or two, it's done. Orion is getting some structure quirks switched over to armor. Now here, if you look, lots of stuff we got to get into. So this is the big thing. This is the mech fixes and changes. It's all alphabetized. So first off is the adder. They fixed some issues with the lasers where the laser fires were offset from where the lenses were. No big deal. Also fixed an issue where the legs would kind of twitch. No big deal there. Arctic Cheetah fixed an issue as well where the left foot would change, and a clipping issue where the pilot's hand would go all squirrely. They reduced some clipping of the rear leg and the geometry when moving forward in the Atlas. The Awesome. They patched up some visible seam. Basically, if you were in the cockpit of the Atlas, you could actually see through your mech in one spot. Battlemaster, just better replace the kill monitor. The Catapult, yet again, an offset laser issue where the lasers weren't actually firing out of where the laser was. Skin, they patched up some little problems with the model as well. Commando, same thing. They also had a small dead zone between the right arm and the right torso where you actually could not kill a commando, which I didn't even know about until just now. It's fixed. Fix some more offset weapons, some more seams and some torsos. A lot of just little, I want to call them quality of life fixes. You know, like fix an issue where the CT would appear to jitter when jump jetting. Fix an issue where the mech would stretch and jitter a bit when landing. Little things, right? Adjust the brightness of the wolf pattern. Remnants of the destroyed arms had no collision. Certain pieces of the arms would appear untextured. So overall, a lot of like little fixes. Nothing that will actually change the game itself. Lots of just cosmetic changes, modeled fixes, things like that. There are some things like this though. Fix an issue where the left torso, right torso hitbox would increase when the connected arm was destroyed, meaning that the left torso and right torsos got bigger, and you could hit it the panthers harder when you took off their arm. So you take off the arm of the panther, and all of a sudden the hitboxes for the torsos were larger. They fixed that. I've seen this. This is actually very entertaining. So if you were to center torso or basically kill with a cockpit kill or a center torso kill a shadow cat, its arms would actually fold straight up, and it would just kind of slump down, and it actually would look like it's folding in on itself, kind of like shriveling up. It was actually kind of cool. Summoner, fix an issue with the right arm geometry, and fix an issue where it would jitter, the torso would jitter when moving in slow speeds. Timberwolf cockpit items, CT machine gun was offset slightly. Overall, no big deals here. Fix an issue with some audio throttling, which they've fixed that. Battle grid fixed some issue with the offset battle grid. Some tweaks with the chat system, group system, lobby invites. Overall, no big deals there. But yeah, so that is actually the patch. Lots of fixes for mechs and stuff. Now, like I said, most of these here are cosmetic fixes and little things and polishes here and there. In my eyes, these are the quality of life improvements right here. These are things that they're tweaking and they're changing because they're hearing people. They're hearing people say, "Hey, whenever I see that, what's up with the direwolf that when it jumps and it lands, it kind of bounces a little bit, or it kind of looks like it skitters or skates on the ground." Oh, really? Let's take a look. Look at that. Hunchback 2C. It looks like it's jittering when it walks extremely slowly. They're all those quality of life improvements. In my eyes, temporary quirk changes. Obviously, the gameplay changes for Gauss, for the mask itself being fixed up, turrets being fixed, targeting computer change. Now you don't get to keep your targeting computer bonuses. All this stuff, and obviously the Bushwacker. All in all, I think very good patch. It's not a big one. It's only 300 megs, so there you go. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you guys. Patch comes out on Tuesday, the 24th, 10 a.m. Pacific. See you guys then.